Hey guys, I'm Prince here, back with Outer Wilds. I almost said Dishonored. I would fucking love a new Dishonored game, but I think there's a snowball's chance in hell of that happening for the next while. But basically, we are getting right in time for Echoes of the Eye. I am not sure what exactly that is gonna deal with us, but according to some vague comments by people. By the way, thank you, Byte and Miss Susie Q, for being willing to put faith in me and my ability to bumblefuck myself in the right direction, which is the ultimate way that I get to places. I think, well, they basically said that I am going the right direction, which makes me think I basically just need to follow the signal that I caught last time by kamikazing into the satellite, and yeah, so we'll figure out how all that goes. We can use the we can pick up the signals using instruments on our ship. I didn't need to try and spacewalk after it. Shit. I'm a genius. I do things an alternate way, and by God, it even works sometimes. But yeah, I rambled on for a minute 30. You all know the drill. Stuff down below, do with it as you see fit. And without any further ado, let's start this time loop. And awake we go. I found a slight issue. I had just been recording this whole thing without switching cameras. Switching back now, I am in the right camera, but what I was doing, I was recording like this. Not this. Which is a massive issue. Fortunately, we didn't find anything massive. I was just wandering around. We checked out the deep space satellite, didn't find anything. Checked the museum, didn't find much. Flew off into the distance of the universe, didn't really find anything. And now we're trying to figure out how to get the angle right for the camera to deal with the eclipse of some variety. So trying to find the issue, we'll just figure it out, because there is only so much we can do. But I again trying to figure out where exactly we want to be with this, because the photo that we're looking at is the one labeled 40 degrees, and we know that purely because it's the only one that has something notable in it that isn't hornfills. So what we're gonna do, try and find 40 degrees. And I think at this point the best way to do it, just fly to there and pray to whatever being is going to get us to where we need to go. Whatever the fuck we need to do, we will find it, but does matching velocity let you just float next to something? I'm a fucking genius. I definitely wasn't manually flying after it for an extended period of time. No, sir, I do not know what you are talking about. Oh, hey, there's some voice recording. Let's, fly to it. Play recording. Dude, Gabbro here, checking in on the space satellite per ground control's request to check out the possible equipment problem. Seeing Hornfells? I do work. Or I do too work. You know, I wouldn't mind being a satellite. It's peaceful out here among the distant stars and soft velvety darkness, but softly nice for naps too. Oh right, the lens. Alright, little satellite, let's see what the trouble is. Huh? Everything looks a-okay. Ground control. No dust or scratches on the lens, and no evidence of sparking or violent explosions. We're almost there. Guess that rules out the equipment malfunction after all. Hear that, pal? You're in great shape. Keep up the work out here. We're almost to 40 degrees. That's what we need. Come on. There we go. We are in. If we grab this, buckle up, turn towards the sun. I think that's what we need. I think this is the void that we're looking for. Just took me checking the damn thing out again. Oh yeah, no, that thing was not there beforehand. I mean, we're already dead, so into the void of space. What the fuck are we dealing with? So a mothership of some kind, clearly. Ow. Artificial gravity damaged, porthole damaged. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you can't tell, I think we have reached what we need to. You can tell that because the music is going fucking bonkers. This isn't now my styling. Like, none of this is now my kit. Now my are all like geometric. This is too curvy to be them. Way too curvy to be them. Also, the color palette is completely different. Yeah, language unknown does track. Looks like branches of wood. Like a tree branch of sorts. So, not picking up anything. Are we dealing with light puzzles? You know, we're dealing with light. Damn, almost synced it up. There we go. Took a little bit, but we managed to do it. If that's what we're gonna have to deal with every time, I'm not looking forward to that. So a lot of wood-based construction. But it's like proper wood-based construction, not the pseudo Boy Scout bullshit that we throw together. Got something there. Can't tell what all those are, but if we rotate that... Okay, we're on a boat. Interesting. This way. Follow the river for the first one. We'll swing back around later. Go here, back towards the edge. This is really interesting, like a, for lack of a better term, we've got a wood and solar-based civilization. If we go here, yep, hooks onto us. We've got weird artificial gravity bullshit moving in... Shit, we're in Halo. We are currently in Halo. Something about a bridge to a larger building. Right. That's the bridge. So the species was absolutely taller than we were. They've got some variety of chess-adjacent board game. Okay, so we got some elk-looking creatures with like an owl face. Interesting. That's also a massive fan. Definitely getting a very... maybe not owl, but like bird of prey. No, that absolutely is owl. Like owl-elk hybrid thing. So they do have families, it seems. That is so fun. I assume that we need to place like a light crystal or something in there to essentially trigger the light to record. Or project, more aptly. Project what it needs to. Chests. I really like the sort of loopy, or not loopy, but, you know, the round clothing design that these guys have. What the blazes do we even call them, you know? Like, what do you call a species of owl-based fuckers? Clearly musically inclined, considering one of them's sitting on with a lute there. They fish with deer legs. Okay, so we've got a deer... It's a deer-owl hybrid, like I mulled over the first time. Cool. Move the camera down. We're gonna take some photos. For prosperity and all that. You know how it is. Move the camera back up. So what are we actually looking for here? I also find it mildly concerning that at the start of the game they have the thing that basically says, oh, if you're, you know, it's got horror elements, and if you're too much of a, you know, coward to play it, we do have options to make it easier for you. But that does concern me, because I have played a grand total of 1 horror game. So, where actually are we? And also, how do we get back to here? Because we're clearly in the same universe? Bloody hell. So that appears to be the timer in this situation. What's in this building? May as well start using our O2. Pick up artifact. Great. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this artifact? Either, these creatures were semi-aquatic, or they had a similar issue as the, past ones. What is the timeline for them? That's a question and a half. Artifact does not... What do you mean, artifact does not fit? Right, let's... Wait. Focus. Or conceal. So that's basically, camera obscura isn't the right word, but... Ah, that's the thing we're supposed to be messing with. That's what I'm supposed to be messing with. Ladies and gentlemen, ow. Took far too long, but we figured it out. Oh boy. The current appears to be currenting. Where am I floating to? Ow. Right here. Can I set this down? Yeah, drop artifact. Nope. Drop artifact. Wonderful. We are gonna run back to the longhouse. And... let me stand on your roof, goddammit. Once we get back to... honestly, I might call this a schoolhouse. Once we get back to the schoolhouse, we'll see about dealing with the artifactual bullshit. So... orbiting planet thing... something about fire. We don't appear to be able to rotate it right now, which we'll have to come back and do next loop. Yeah, so we've got a, for lack of a better term, a... Shit, what... Is it a pic... No, it's not a pictograph. It's like the whole thing that you are able to insert slides to... It could be a slide wheel. The name for it could just legitimately be a slide reel. I mean... One in fucking Rome, I suppose. Let's go for a little jaunt. Little tour of the island. Up. Right. The Tower of, what's the word for owl? It's not avian, why am I spacing on it? There's like a specific word for owl. That's what I'm gonna have to look up. Latin for owl. Nocta. Or, Nocta... Ulala... Bubo... Yeah, Noctinian. Yeah, we're looking for the, Tower of Noctinian Knowledge. Wait. Ow. Is that the symbol for the eye? I think that is the, now my symbol for the eye over there. Oh. Tower fell. I don't know what secondary timer we're working with here. But, you know, that looks close enough to the symbol for the eye. We got comedically oversized jetpack packs for us. No, lost isn't the right word here. I am... If only we could fucking read that. We are to a point of having discovered new languages and other such chicanery. We're dealing with a whole bunch of unknowns here. Nope, damn it, let me get on the boat. And sail to who knows where. As the world dies around us. So, whatever these owl folk are, they clearly aren't aquatic or... Oh boy, that's electricity. Semi-aquatic or anything like that. So, like, what's What is the overall purpose of having a swamp? Is it just like their preferred habitat? Or what's the bigger song and dance here? What's the bigger song and dance here? Huh. This is incredibly interesting, and I'm not quite sure what to do about this. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I already know about the launch codes. What? What? I say. No, I was going to tell you about using the ship log to set destination markers for locations you've visited before. It's a brilliant feature if I do say so myself. Dead useful, and the risk of it poses of shortening out the fuel regulator and causing the ship to explode is so minimal that only Carson would worry about it. I say, I'm Foghorn Leghorn, man. My name is Slate. And how minimal are we talking, good sir? Minimal. Stars above you were too much, I say. If anything's gonna kill you, it's the autopilot. Wow, Slate, how do you come up with these incredible ideas? Well, I do the best I can with what I've got, I say. You're too kind. Slate, you are a, this was extraordinary convenient timing. Thank you. Sure thing, Hashling. Anyway, I've got a fire to enjoy, and you've got launcher codes to grab. Go wild with the marking feature while you're out there, and just try not to follow it so directly you fly into the sun, okay? Well, Slate, I certainly hope that your magic can take us all the way back to where we belong, and by that I mean the weird riparian zone. Let's see what this says. The Stranger, River Lowlands, Cinder Isle. Yep, the Stranger. Massive artificial ring world, yep, hidden within some sort of cloaking field, does not appear to be Harthian or Nomayan in origin. I would agree there. River Lowlands, low-lying region, entrance of the Stranger, wooden buildings along the bank, several ornate metal artifacts inside a workshop surrounded by ghost matter. Yep. Okay. Wrist is really tight right now. A pair of small rocky islands connect by a village of stilt houses, large metal symbol for the eye inside a burnt-out building. Well, let's go, let's go say hello to the Stranger. So it's called the Stranger. Interesting. I am not entirely sure what all to make of this, because, again, obviously not Naumai or Harthian. You can tell by the general design of things. Here, why do we have, like, 4, 9, 13. 13 marks there. Should probably buckle up so we can pilot it in. But, like, why do we have 13 marks there? And who built this? Because, again, too geometric, or not geometric enough to be Naumai, too well put together to be Harthian. What's the overall status of this fish? Oh god damn it. Well, I suppose we will explore on foot here and go from there. Anything on this patch of land? Does not appear to be. Just a shit ton of reeds and willows by the looks of it. We need to get moving here anyways before the dam breaks, which is a horrifying concern unto itself. What do we got down here? Rotate, cool. I would love to know what that says, but it appears we have yet to be able to translate things. Is this... Okay, this is another hangar. So more ships. But why would you build a ring world? I mean, beyond the fact that it's a cool as shit design. I mean, Halo is such a fun project. I can imagine that you would want your own version of Halo. Don't know what that means. There we go. Go here. Rotate that. We are down. Time for some lovely music as we float down the river. Now we'll float to this dock. Nope, to the dock. There we go. Hooks on and will lead us to where we need to go. I still don't understand a damn word of that. And one of these days I want to be able to. Ooh, that reminds me of a really interesting game that I've seen. It's called, like, 7 Days to Die with You. Basically, you're trying to figure out words and stuff. That is all I know about it, so stay spoiler-free, as always, but I would be really down to give that a shot on the channel at one point. That's like a short little thing. So what do we got here? All right. Right, interface that. Surely there must be a way to, wonder if, Scout Launcher... there. Gives us enough. So we've got the Eye of the Universe with planets rotating around it. I think looking at telescopes. It's like a fire-based one. Why the fuck does your jaw open in your chin? I don't like that. Generally get excited. Entire civilization. Look up. Praise the fucking sun. Traveling on for a good long while. Till reaching this. So, is this a story of how they reached our world? If we throw it there, does that project the way we need? Nope. Throw it there. Does it? Doesn't meet the projection requirements. I think this is a better. This is a better level of. Not good enough, but. So what? The waves of that emanated out to where you guys are. I'm assuming that it's a different universe because of your ringed planet. We don't have one of those. One of them... Okay, so it basically sent a signal to this device. It read it, was able to read it. You see it. You get excited as all shit. You know, holy cow, Eureka, we found it. Come here and look. Everybody runs over, look up there in the sky. And then, you know, praise the motherfucking sun. I don't know what this is. And then you find your way to here with that. Interesting. Very interesting. I cannot wait to see what the second slide reel shows us. Anything additional in here? No. Cool. So I'm gonna assume this is like their school, more or less. And they're learning about, you know, how they got here. So whatever that signal is, or whatever that symbol at the bottom is, that emanating signal, I am in the right recording mode. That is good. Are those like sun damaged? I can't get a good read on these. Something about green lights, closing of a door. And that's about all I can get. Just go here with that light. Fly up here. Shine the light through it. I can't tell. We'll have to look at it again under different circumstances. Safe touchdown. I don't know what that means. We've got this room. Definitely appear to be a at least semi-aquatic people. If we go up there, it allows us to get on top of the dam. I need to find myself a boat before things get biblical. Because I don't want to be swept away. This is utterly fascinating. Utterly fascinating. Okay, and that looks like steps there. Let's, if nothing else, continue onward with our whitewater rafting journey. See if we can get to whatever this tower system is. There we go. Hooked on me. Got that. First thing we'll do is fly here, refuel. And pray that we have enough time to explore this area a little bit. This is... anything down here? Don't see it, but interesting mug design. Not sure how much I approve of it. Okay, family of 3. Family of 3. You know, and as Schoolhouse Rock told us, 3's a magic number. Very tall creatures, like easily towering above us levels of tall. So his face is scratched out. Or, I don't know why I said his, but its face is scratched out. I wonder if there's a level of sexual dimorphism to these creatures that I'm just, as a layman, not aware of. You know, because, like, obviously, why would you be aware? Oh, so... hidden path up to the tower. It looks it. Interesting. Why is there a hidden path up to the tower? You don't normally make hidden paths unless there's something, as the name suggests, to hide. Another slide deck. Where did I hide the lenses to my slide deck? Down below, obviously. Again, posing the question, what is this place? If we set it down, we can look inside. Okay, so... don't you fucking dare. Stuff involving their journey to the eye. Is this good spot for it? Nope. That'll at least do something. Not enough. Surely there has to be a better way to deal with this essentially helio, or not helio, projector. We need something thin enough to actually slip in there. Grab the slide reel because we can. And if nothing else, we can put it on the ground and interpret it off of that. Don't see a terrible lot to interpret with this one. It's all stuff that is going to require outside knowledge. And God damn it, so you're holding Magic fire of some variety. The accidental camera presses are going to be so bothersome here. Okay, you're looking at your Promethean gift. You, yeah, I don't like the fact that your mouth is all the way down there. But you're, having a bit of a freak out, if I interpret that correctly. You're having a major freak out. Again, please... I'm not one to judge on, like, your species biology, but, please have a normal mouth placement. Okay, so you lot are sailing. Takes me away to the place where I've always yearning to be. That you're doing your cosmonaut thing. You're dropping to your knees in dejection. Really dejected. Go over here. You're being comforted by your amigos. Yep. Good old friends. Please do something about your mouth. I do not like that. You're screaming in anguish and agony because you realize that your face is 7 layers of fucked. Also, wait. That is actually a really cool thing. I think that the way their hands are designed is being really drawn from the owl stuff, because owls can switch the position of one of their digits, so it's either, you know, forward or back, so it can be 3 forward, 1 back, or 2 forward, 2 back. I think that might be what we're looking at here. You're having a grand old time there. Your eyes have turned white, and I think you're clenching your fists in rage. You know, I'm reading that as clenching fists in rage. So, you lot are showing up to someone's house. Is that the burnt out ruin we saw earlier? And that's, like, across the way. Okay, yeah, no, those are flamers. Those are, flamers. So, and with that, you torch the poor bastard's house. Torch his house. Yep. And the reason why they couldn't find out... So if they came here looking for the eye based off of the signal, which is what we're choosing to interpret it as, you obviously can't find it because of... or without going through a whole bunch of bullshit involving dark bramble and all that, and it's incredibly dangerous for large ships to navigate because... I mean, you've seen the anglerfish. Yep, there's the symbol of the eye collapsing in. So it seems that we've got people standing back a little as it burns. Yep, turns to a burnt husk. Is this a destroyed slide? It appears to be so. So we've got two people talking. Fuck off, I don't need the damn braking any more than it already is. Another burnt slide. You know, for a moment I was really worried that I had done all that without realize. Does it automatically light itself if I go down here and... Okay, thank goodness it doesn't. If it did, I was going to do all sorts of nasty things. But, like, obviously that's what it wants us to do. Another burnt out slide. Interaction between two individuals. The navigator and someone else. And we got that. Burnt out slide. Burnt out slide. Burnt out. Burnt out. So my question is, are these censored or are they just degraded over time? Also, Jesus Christ, a lot of them are burnt. Yeah, I know my fuel level's critical. I don't think it matters much. And we die here. Interesting. Really, really interesting. So, what I'm piecing together, we have a scientist. Let's call him John Owlman. You know, John Owlman, he's a stand-up scientist doing scientist things. And as a part of that, he eventually manages to stumble across a reading from the eye, a echo of the eye, if you will. As a result, he informs people the signal is found. Everyone's like, holy shit, we found something. Let's, you know, for one reason or another, they go and deal with that, and eventually they find, wait a damn minute, there's nothing here. You lied to us, you son of a bitch. And then the aforementioned son of a bitch got, let's say, like, exiled or, you know, punished in some way. House, I'm gonna assume that was his house and lab. Burnt to a crisp. And I don't know what happened to him after that. I want to go check out the dam complex here. Let's fly over. He does all that and then, you know, deal with whatever the outcome is. But the issue is all of the the additional stuff was burnt. And I'm not sure if it burns after we look through it, or if I did something wrong or whatnot, but we made really good progress that run. Like, very, very good progress, though I would love to find a lantern of some kind that we can put in the space, because, yeah. Got a pokey stick of some variety. Not sure the further purpose of that. Is it like weapon, self-defense, scientific instrument to beat the heretics into submission? What are we dealing with here? You know, maybe instead of shooting for the highest point, maybe you can do baby hops up. Okay, here we are. Okay, that's the level to the complex that can be used as the jump point to the dam. Anything inside the tree? Nope, it's just a really cool tree. We're about halfway there. Tracks, considering we're dealing with 1.3 gravity. Ow. So that's a creek bed that dried up, for lack of a better term. Okay, so this section is probably our best shot. Bastard. I mean, if we're here, we may as well... Nah. Up. Do wonder why there's so much, flora or floral life here, especially when it's been considerably sparse previously. Like, obviously, we're in a whatchamacallit, ring world, so that's gonna be a like custom designed biome that they have, and you're gonna include plants, but do wonder what the design purpose is for all that. Is it, you know, the fact that we're exploring so much in such a manner that we don't really have a need to limit O2 stations like in the base game? Or is there something larger afoot? So, more buildings. Where are the stilts? Okay, stilts are directly above us. That's the this. I'm assuming this is some variety of like hydroelectric complex. Fucking hello. What do we got here? Right, first door to the left. Take a look. What do we got? Well, shit. Cool, so, they got a funky elevator design. I really appreciate all the use of, like, solar detection, or it'd be a photosensitivity. All the use of, like, photosensitive materials and all that. Now this is one hell of a place to watch the world as you command a ship. Let's take the stairs down. Don't like that that's not connected. Fun rug. So what's going on here? Oh. Something. We have to sit up on the table, but we got something. Okay, so... Oh. Is this trying to propel itself further away? Or what's the story here? So it's just doing its thing. And every once in a while, like, there'll be a surge from what I see. There has to be a way to reconnect some of the pipes. Surely, you know, our little Hearthian would be able to conceive of the idea of, this hose appears to be disconnected. Let me just throw it back together real fast. Like, right here. We've got the male end, and we got the female end. Put them together, and what do you got? A circuit. Assuming that the power is actually on for everything, but... You get the picture. You're picking up what I'm putting down. And down we go. I assume we're heading down to the, like, proper ship bay. Or, not the ship bay, the area that's over here. No. Interesting. I mean, I'll use this as a chance to refuel. Ship log, what do we got? Reservoir, projections showing strangers' current trajectory and the sun's predicted supernova radius. More to explore. I am shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Absolutely bamboozled at the concept. But seriously, I understand that owls are probably incredibly photosensitive and nocturnal creatures, but would it kill you guys to put, like, actual lights in some areas? Like, other species will in fact be visiting from time to time. What do we got here? Okay, we got that. Are we able to go further up is my question. No. Question answered. I do love it when my question just, boom, gets answered right off the bat. Seriously, lads. You guys run out of budget or something? Surely you can afford some variety of, you know, light source. When in doubt, swim. When in doubt, go for a swim. What do we got here? Some sort of boathouse, or it's obviously taking a beating. Might be an instance where we have to wait for it to drift away. You know, like that one song, "Give me the beat and free my soul when I get tossed in a mossy knoll and drift away." Now let's head to that port, check out that building. Shit. Well, nothing else. We've reached landfall, and surely that counts for something around here. But seriously, what's the story with the owls? More assorted owl folk. I would love it if we had a lantern or something we could put in. Because that would mean I wouldn't need to run back and forth and up and down and round and round and round with my stupid fucking scout to get a good view. Anything else fall down here of particular note? Doesn't appear to be so. What, we got a hook up there. So shadow, that lines it up. Okay, it's right there. Doesn't appear to be anything too noteworthy. But it is something worth being aware of. And does this have a single intact slide? Does not appear to be the case. But we'll run it by just, you know, because we can. And if I saw this right, we found a lantern, guys. So, what do we got? Something about Saturn. the sun, or the eye of the universe. We've got our camera projector thing, and the what I'm gonna assume is their ship. Oh, we might have got something. So... Wait. Trying to piece together what I can from this. Does this... Looks like they might have thrown someone in a, like, chamber and then basically let the chamber drop into the abyss. At least that's... Oh god. My interpretation of events, and we have floating stuff here. Now, is it intentionally floating, or is it just floating on accident? Because that'll vastly change my thoughts, because I don't want to deal with more quantum cactuses anytime soon. Alright, let's go with the flow, man. Ow. We shorted out the lantern. That's wonderful. I should have figured that out. That maybe holding the lantern underwater might have caused it to no longer lantern. But what can you do in a situation like that, you know? Here. And we're off with a broken lantern, but by God, we are off. Avoid them. Let's... So there's the hidden path to there. I need to be aware of. Careful. Careful on the rapids. We'll circle to that later. But we've got the hidden path underwater to deal with at some point. More willows. With all the zappy water. to the other side. Don't want to run adrift. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we just circumnavigated the entire planet. Or, solar bullshit. That's the thing that got sunk. That is the thing that got sunk under. And I would not be entirely shocked if a, scientist, God damn it, is in here. Oh, I'll roast a marshmallow on your, weird flame. So you, come here often. It's cool. So we need to get 3 keys. And then we can, figure out what's going on with our potentially new friend. Or acquaintance. Okay, that's the, thingy that I'm just gonna use he, for this, but that the, Owl Man was looking for with the, science bullshit. That is really, really interesting. Interesting. And that happens. So let's check out our thing, but I absolutely think that we have a scientist of some variety in there. He found the draw of the not the quantum moon, the eye of the universe. Detected it, and then when they came to the world, they didn't find it, so they fucking locked him in the gallows and dropped him into the middle of the ocean, which I will confess, seems a little extreme for my taste. But it, yeah. What all does this have to say? Reservoir, wooden piers, buildings on both shores, yep, burned real. Strange vault being encased in metal structure, lowered under water, have been burned and cannot be viewed. Large metal, can be entered by swimming from below. Sealed vault illuminated by a green fire inside of the structure. Chains marked with 3 glowing symbols. Cinder Isles, more to explore. Island Cave. I need to do that. Interesting. Bloody hell. Sorry for yawning. But I somehow survived that. Don't know how, but I did. Do you have anything to say? But, huh. Interesting. I'll have to see what all that is, but what do we think the, for lack of a better term, gimmick is for the, new species? You know, why, what is their place in the world? Can I reach it? I wonder if I can land this on the moon. We just fly that directly up. Should hit something eventually. You know what? Where's it gonna land? What all would cause them to essentially entomb one of their own for, you know, a indeterminate amount of time, possibly bordering on the order of magnitude of forever? Because surely just leading them astray to a new universe or whatever isn't worth entombing someone, right? Or at least it wouldn't be to me. That's a little challenge I'm gonna have while I'm talking to you guys about this. But so we've got bird folk. They're dealing with their whole thing. They want to explore for one reason or another. They reach the signal of a new planet, or of the Eye, just like the Now Mai did. They arrive. The question is, when do they arrive? Because, again, like, we're dealing with a time frame which I don't quite know the full effect and range of. And as we work through that, when did they show up? Because obviously I don't think they interacted with the Now Mai. They would have mentioned that. At least I would like to think that they would mention running into another sentient, if not sapient, species. But, like, what would get them to the point of entombing one of their own? Because this just could be my modern human sensibilities talking. But you don't cast Amontillado someone without a damn good reason to. And somehow, I don't think leading people astray is worth that cask of Amontillado. And we'll call it here, because I can't think of much more direction beyond that. It was cool as shit to find ourselves a new planet, something new to explore, more aspects of the truth to bumblefuck our way through. But yeah, we'll deal with that at a later date. You all know the drill. Stuff down below, do with it as you see fit, and see ya in the next one when we figure out what the blazes is going on.